We hide the things about ourselves that we deem unacceptable to society. But I say we take a closer look.
So I just got done watching a LFA video. Anybody that's not familiar with him, he's a YouTube creator in the manosphere. He's kind of like a middle of the road type guy. He's not really, he's just like a red pillar. He's not really a MGTOW or a black pill guy or a PUA, but he does make some good content, and but I do disagree with him, and I think he's coping. And this isn't me trying to shit on the dude or nothing like that. It's just I'm someone that is a truth seeker, and when I see bullshit, I call it out. Not saying he's bullshit. I'm just saying I think he's coping, and I think that what he's on can be dangerous for other men, just like he's claiming the PUAs are dangerous. So in his last video I watched, he's trying to sell people on the idea that the reason men are walking away from society and are, living alone is because they don't have access to good people. And that if men had access to good people, we wouldn't have to take the red pill or the black pill or choose to live a life of solitude. And in a perfect world, I'd say he's right, but we don't live in a perfect world. We live in a very flawed world, and there are no good people. There's no such thing as a good person. The closest thing you're going to find to a good person is a bad person that acknowledges that they're bad. That's the closest thing you're going to find to a good person, is an honest bad person. Someone that's consciously aware of their evil tendencies and is actively attempting not to act on them. But they're still a human, and human nature is evil, and you cannot trust anyone 100% at all. And not even me. Like, my motive on this video is not to gain anyone's trust. I'm just telling it how I see it. But now you can find people that are going to present themselves a certain way that is better than other people. Like, there are people that are raised with better morals and shit like that. But no matter who the person is, no matter who where they come from, any human being will turn on you as soon as you piss them off. It's like, as soon as you say or do something that the person you're with doesn't like, they're gonna turn on you, and that's male or female. But if you're a guy trying to date a female, it's even worse, because one, they have less control of their emotions than men do, and the state will have their back unless you have piles and piles of evidence against them, and the state will probably still take their side anyway. So it's like, he's trying to sell you on this idea that the solution to the societal crisis going on in the West right now is men need to find good people to associate with. And it's like, okay, if that was possible, yeah, but there aren't any good people. You know, there's people that portray themselves as good and are better at it than others, but once you get entangled with those people, as soon as you do something to piss them off, they will turn on you. Say you find a woman from a good family that, there aren't any red flags at first, and you guys get together and you have your honeymoon phase and it's really happy. And 10 years down the road, you say something that pisses her off, and she just decides she wants to take it out on you. I mean, you can't, there's no logical reason to pursue women in the West anymore. There's just really not, dude. I mean, it sucks. It really does suck. I wish I wasn't right. I wish LFA was right. I wish that his optimistic attitude was correct. And, shit like that. But it's just not, dude. Like, there is... no matter what you do as a man, if you get involved with a Western female, you are gambling with your life. And there's no getting around that. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I just want to make sure that, like, the truth of it is out there. Like, you are taking a huge fucking gamble dealing with American women, and the odds are not in your favor at all. And honestly, like, even if you succeed, like, this is what happened to me. I succeeded with women at one point in my life when I gave a fuck about that. And when you get there and you succeed, you realize, like, you get bored of it. That becomes boring too. Basically, women are just a cope. Dating is a cope. That's all it is. It's just a way to distract yourself from the fact that this is a prison planet and we're all fucking slaves. We're tax cattle for the fucking powers that be. And women and dating is a good distraction from that. You get dopamine from it. It's socially acceptable. It's like drinking beer, But now the fucking laws are all fucked up and the women are all fucking crazy. So it's not fucking worth it. You're better off finding other copes. Even if they don't give you the same amount of dopamine, you're still better off because, playing video games, watching TV, going hiking and hanging out with your friends might not give you the same dopamine as, a hot woman. But those things aren't going to ruin your life like a hot woman will. It's not worth it, dude. Like, when you're facing, 18 years of child support or, false allegations or some shit like that, all that shit was not worth that. It's not like the typical manosphere phrase, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. That's real life, dude. And, LFA, he seems like a good dude, and he's trying to find a solution to a problem that there is no solution for. If you really feel like you can't live your life without a woman or a family, do what you want. I'm just telling you, don't lie to yourself about the risk level of it. If you can't live without pursuing those things, go ahead and pursue it. You're not going to be happy until you do, but just know that you are taking a risk that is probably not worth it, and you're probably going to fail. In a lot of ways, it is a suicide mission. Or you could do, the passport bro thing, which if you got the time and money to do it, I would recommend doing that before getting involved with an American woman. But, there's going to be bullshit with that. The women overseas, too, it's just not going to be as much. But, these guys are, these guys that, you know, can't let go of the idea of the American dream. They're coming up with a lot of copes to justify engaging with these bitches. And, I'm not here to hate on them. I'm not even trying to say they're simps or anything. Like, it's we're programmed to be this way. But, you gotta fucking be smart out here. And, that's just my take on it.